Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. The biggest challenge of having 2 winning days in a row is trying to get that third winning day in a row. Let's see what we can do right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so hopefully you guys saw my video from yesterday. We had just absolute banger of a day. Pretty much every strategy, every session just won. And did have some continued IT problems. Crept up again this morning, about 15 minutes ago. Got a connection lost. I actually do believe that it is my the network card. So what I did is I'm just going off of Wi-Fi, and hopefully we'll see how that works. I did order a new PC yesterday, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's got a 2 terabyte SSD drive, so that should be more than enough for all the storage on the videos. Generation 13 on the processor. I think it's a i5. I wanted the i7, but that was a Gen 11, and my son's like, I'd rather you get a higher gen and just go with the i5. So I'm happy with that. 32 megs of RAM, and it's got the 4070 graphics card, so I'm super excited about that. I'd love to see how that's gonna work out with all my monitors. So it says it should come in tomorrow, and I'm gonna be out of town this weekend, so I can't really spend the time working on it, so it might not get installed into middle of next week. So with that being said, let's get into the charts from yesterday. So we'll start with gold. Gold, the setup hit at 850, so almost right to the end of our session time. We got activated into the short, full take profit on that one. Very nice trade. Oil, both sessions won. So that was a huge positive. So that's been two days in a row where session 1 came back. So I'm super excited about that one. And that one got activated to the short. Again, full take profit. The second session got activated to the long, full take profit. And then the big kahuna, there it is right here. Full take profit on the Rob reversal yesterday off of the activation bar at 9 a.m. So if you guys can see, got the funded account, which is what I'm going to be trading it on. Let me just pull this up here. So this is, congratulations, you have passed your trading combine and earned a funded account, yada yada. So this is the new one. This is the one that I will be strictly trading with the Rob reversal. Rules on this one is you've got to have at least 5 winning days of $200 plus in profits, and it does not need to be consecutive. And it also says do not hit or exceed the $1,000 daily loss limit, or your account will be deactivated for that trading day. It only allows you 2 contracts. So just even kind of going over this. The issue that I've got with this one is, and then also don't let your account balance hit or go below $2,000. I can't trade. It's 2 contracts of either the micro or the mini. So if I do the micro, 2 micros is only going to get me $140. So it stays in. How can I explain this the best way? Yeah, you can get some good wins with the 2 micros, and that might be what I need to do to kind of build this account up to then take one I don't know. I think I'm just going to start with the 1 E-mini right off the bat. That's what I did the last time, and it worked just fine. The only thing is, you might have, you could get a loser, and you can get another loser, and then you're down $1,400, and now you're in a tough situation. Would have been great to have had this account live yesterday so that we could have taken that winner. Would have given us a great buffer. But really, the 2 micro contracts, it's even hard to get the $200 plus per day, unless you're doing multiple trades. And the Rob reversal, that's not really what it's built for. So there's some strategy that comes with these. Here's my other funded account that I've got, and that one's been since November. January, let's take a look at our combine here. This is our eval. We've come back pretty strong the last couple of days. We currently sit at 49,911, so $88, minus $88 out of the 3,000. Hopefully here this morning we can have some positive trades, and let's see here what we get. Looks like we're even getting a setup here in gold. All right, let me get ready. Stick around for the recaps. See you guys in a little bit.
Order canceled.
All right, so here we get activated into, shortly after I recorded, we got activated into our long trade in gold. So as you can see, we got that red inside bar, and let price action pretty much dictate which side of that inside bar it wanted to go. And in this scenario, we got activated to the long. I put my stop loss, which is the red line at the bottom of the source candle, which is always the left candle of the first inside bar that we see. And initially on this trade, we do get the push upward that we are looking for. That's kind of what I like to see right off the bat. And now I'm just kind of looking for, I'm hoping for some follow through on that movement. Obviously here we were in a downtrend, and then we got kind of a bounce up. So to me, it kind of seemed like sellers were kind of trying to step in here and definitely to retest that higher leg up to the left there, kind of right underneath our take profit. Seemed like a pretty natural place for price action to want to go to. So even though this trade is pretty much bouncing around my entry line, it's on the right side of the entry line, which is what I really like to see on these trades. Definitely gives you some confidence in there. And now we're just hoping that we get a big thrust of buying coming in, which is exactly what we get on this trade, and it just continues to rip even higher. Nice trade.
Target filled. Order canceled.
All right, so here we get activated in our oil session 2. We get activated into the long. As you guys can see, we've got that green inside bar, which is where I base my entries off of. And here price action dictated that it want to go to the long. I will use my source candle, which is the candle immediately to the left of the inside bar. I will place my stop loss at the bottom of that candle if I'm going for a long. If I'm going for a short, I will then place my stop loss at the top of that source candle. And then from there, I'm pretty much just looking for a 1-to-1 risk to reward. And in this particular trade scenario, obviously clear uptrend. And you can say, well, this is a continuation of the trend. Yes, you can. But at the same time, the way that I look at these strategies is that sometimes you're getting to a clear uptrend, and then you start to see an inside bar appear, or you might even see 2 inside bars appear. Sometimes that is a sign of a strong reversal. And sometimes it's a sign of just resting. That's why I try to take my discretion out of my trade. This hurt right here. I mean, this was a tick away from full take profit twice on this trade, which would have just absolutely been a killer green day for me. But this sometimes happens. You know, you got to stay patient and see what kind of happens with the trades. At this point, my cash trade on this exact setup took full take profit. You couldn't hear it because it was sped up, but you kind of hear it. So that's the play that I have on these inside bar. Try to like take out as much discretion or all discretion if possible, and allow the trades to work. In this case, it was very unfortunate that twice we got them one tick away, but full stop loss.
Stop filled.
So kind of a wacky little day in trading. Let's start off with the morning strategies. That might be the easiest one to kind of go over and explain. Let's start off with let's start off with oil. Start off with the losers. We get activated into, this is session 1. We had 2 back-to-back winners on session 1, so I was feeling a little better on it. We got activated to the short and took this to about maybe halfway to take profit, reversed out, knocked us out of that trade. This trade, which is the one that you guys saw, which is the one I took in the eval, holy moly. I mean, what just a ball of emotions. We get activated to the long, okay, off of this inside bar that formed at 9:05. Stop loss goes at the bottom of our source candle right here, just so people can see right here. That's our stop loss. And then our take profit was 21 ticks. That's what we're looking for. This thing looks good right to here, then comes right down and is about 4 ticks away from hitting out our stop loss. And then this thing just reverses all the way up to 1 tick away from our full take profit. Now, this is on the CL. I had the same trade on the MCL, 5 contracts in my cash account. You could probably hear it in the video that on this first rip up to that 1 tick, the cash account closes, takes full take profit. This eval, and a lot of people, well, the people that are trading it in cash and in the eval said the exact same thing, that hitting cash did not in the eval. For me, it's awesome because cash is real money for me. Eval is not. But at the same time, I mean, this trade goes from us making $480 to making $60, because then this thing just reverses all the way down, knocks us out, and then what does it do? It comes right back up for what would have been our take profit line. Now, were there multiple times where I could have took profit and closed out of this position up here? Yes, absolutely. And it's tough. These are the days that are mentally tough, because the next time that you get into a situation like this, you will revert. I mean, this is just human nature. Your brain will revert to your past experiences and say, well, shit, I don't want to get that close to my take profit and then for it to go all the way down. Trust me, I get it. I have the same struggles. But just like how we were in this trade from 4 ticks from initial stop loss to all the way up, things can happen in trading all the time. So, and I'm not telling you how to trade. If you guys want to take your TP early, or you have different trailing stops, whatever the situation you're doing, just be consistent with it. That's the name of the game, is try to stay consistent. Because just like how this sucked today pretty bad, you're going to get another day where it's going to be awesome that you held. And I see it. I see it all the time when we have full take profits, and then some people will make the comment, "Oh man, I bailed out early," or I took break even. Fine. That's what you did. That's your, you're in control of your trades. But they hurt you sometimes and they help you sometimes. So that's what I got on. Now let's talk about the Rob reversal here. I'm not currently in a trade, but the setup is currently in a trade. Just another fiasco with me. I had the Express account put on here, but in my strategy tab, I actually had the eval account that passed this trade. So it never got me into this trade. I had an opportunity to get back in. I didn't do that because that's just stupid. And this thing is probably going to hit. I think this is, let's see. I think this thing came already maybe a tick away from, let's see. It would have been this guy right here. Right there. 34 and a half points. Let's just put this line up here so we can see it. That doesn't really show. So our full take profit should be right around here. That's our full take profit line, I assume. Let's just double check. If I don't double check, somebody else will. So 35 and a half. So that's more than what we need. But this line is generally the general vicinity of where this has got to go to take your 35 points. You're obviously in some really good profit in here right now. Missed a trade yesterday, missed a trade today. I was able to get it in cash, so not the worst scenario. Still have that trade open. But again, it's a small 2 micro on the M and Q, so it's definitely nothing groundbreaking. So I'll give you guys an update tomorrow morning on how that trade ends up going. 2 straight days of green, which is great. Green in cash, green on the eval, fantastic. But on the days where your strategies are killing it, especially the Rob reversal, to not really have capitalized much on that does hurt. Because again, psychology will dictate that once you get everything up and running, that's when you get the 1 or 2 trades that come and work against you, and all you can think about is the trades that you missed. Part of being a trader, part of the things that I struggle with, maybe it's the same things that you guys struggle with as well. But hey, we're trying to get better each and every day, just a little bit. If you enjoy the content, leave me a like, give me a comment below, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone.